Peace, y'all. Shaz. Um, I'm just going to say, life is really about what you want it to be. So whatever you feel in this life is yours to create it. If you love it, you love it. If you hate it, why do you hate it? And how can you love it? Like you have to do what's best for you. We have to all do what's best for us. Because in turn that helps all of us because we're all doing the best for us. So I've been really sitting with that a lot more these days, and I've come to some realizations, and I wanted to share them with you all. I'm not really focused on making myself show up for myself in a way that I feel like I need to because of society. Yes, I'm going to be luxurious. I'm going to have my land. I'm going to have space and cultivate houses and sacred safe spaces. I will be able to farm. I am farming. I am living this sustainable life as well. Body not firewood, and I'm not rushing myself because I'm not a Russian either. I am me, and I go at my own pace and my flow. So when I feel called, I'll do it. And things change so much in my reality. So I'm not going to continue to get mad at myself and badger myself and make me feel less than because I'm not showing up every day on social media. Like that takes a lot of energy. People don't talk about that, especially the people who are showing up on there like all the time, all the time. They making a lot of money. They they doing some things as well. You have some people that's coming in the forefront that's been doing that and they're claiming they've been burnt out. They It's not everything that they want it to be. Of course they want to still live this lifestyle, but at the same time they want their time more. You still giving your time to something else outside of you when you make yourself feel like you have to show up for social media. You have to put on this face for the world so they can continue to buy into you. I mean, that's what marketing is. Marketing is exposures, constant exposure. You have to keep exposing yourself. And that's fine. I will always honor and expose myself because that's true. That's true integration right there. That's true sacredness. Like, in order to create a sacred space, you have to expose yourself to a sacred space. Meaning you have to expose yourself whole on all forefronts. And that's what I do. I'm very open, especially when I do show up on social media. I'm very open and I make sure that I am showing up in a way that makes up for all this time y'all think I was awake. So I wanted to leave this video into that. With that, life is different, you know. I want to dive into like relationship dynamics because for a while I consider myself poly, and it's been a journey because I first started getting into this poly type of lifestyle is when I met my wife, and this was back in 2017. I know before then I was just predominantly into the monogamous lifestyle until I opened up to other ones. Poly branches off to all kinds of things because there's so many levels. You can be polyamory, you can be polygamous, you can be polygyny, you can be consensual non-monogamy. It's so many tiers, and I've tried just about all of them in many senses, and I have come to my senses over that time. So I dove into it back in 2017. Me and my wife were in between. We had our monogamous moments and then we had our poly moments. I was still exploring my sexuality. I was still exploring myself and trying to see what it is that I actually want. So in hindsight, I realized maybe that's what everybody is a form of practice. We all trying to figure this out, and you choose who you want to practice with and practice on. Y'all both choose in a sense. Not to say that you're not wanting to maintain this relationship for the long run, but we're practicing because we're figuring it out. And as more practice we get, we start to realize what works and what doesn't work for us. And that was a strong practice field for me. It helped me realize my attraction, whether it's attraction to a man or a woman. What do I feel like I need daily if I'm sharing space with a partner? What kind of partner is it? What kind of partner am I? How do I want to show up for myself and my partner and my children? It's so many layers to this. And until fast forward today to 2014, but also 2023. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be jumping a little bit because it's a whole storyline and plot to this. So my wife, 2017 to 2022, because that's when I broke up with her, and I ended up going to Costa Rica. I had a whole shebang bang. My what is that? I think that was my Saturn's return. That was like the end. I was getting to the end of my Saturn return, and it was just, everything had just come up. All that karmic debt, man, being homeless as fuck, that is so crazy. And still being able to do so many things, but not at the same time. It's so wild. But I ended up going to Costa Rica for like a month or so. Thought I was gonna live there. Ended up coming back to the States. I had this strong, intense urge to get pregnant, to have a baby. Boom, I met the dad right before I went to Costa Rica, and we was talking while I was in Costa Rica. When I came back, that's the story of Infinity. That's why she's here. But even with that relationship, it was interesting because I still didn't know exactly what I wanted, but it was practice. We kept practicing. I thought that's what, certain things I wanted, but now I'm getting sharper. It's like my vision is getting clearer, and I'm starting to really see through. Now with that relationship, we had an open poly mind or whatever, because I was still in the energy of like, I want a poly relationship. I felt like this gonna get deep, y'all, so brace yourself. I feel like with me, I thought that I couldn't be monogamous because I've been in monogamous relationships and I always did not feel satisfied in them. And that made me blame monogamy, but it wasn't that. It was the people. I didn't feel comfortable enough with the people long term, and I wanted to see other people because just seeing them didn't satisfy me enough. But I met somebody before that satisfied me in multiple ways, and I'm just like, okay, like that was actually my ex-baby father. I just was in love with this nigga. Like, I ain't want no other man. When I know I don't want no other man, you got me. You got me. It was that definitely is not it, because it was still practice. It's still practice. All of this is practice. But we were in a monogamous relationship. But I was in a phase where I wasn't thinking about titles like that. I felt like titles ruin everything. In a sense, they do, but I'm learning how to just navigate through, because the title just gives you more context because we use in language, so we can better understand where we're coming from. But it's limitless. Relationships are not just the title. It's whatever you make the relationship to be, but that's just, the forefront, give you an idea of what area we in. So, I was in this title thing, and I've continuously been in title waves. Remind me of a YouTube I made. But so I really like, and I take, pivotal aspects from all my partners that I appreciated and I loved, and I'm writing that into the partner that I want now, that I'm clear on now, because I know exactly what I need now. Like, it took all this experience to now, because I thought that I was in this thing with this poly man. Well, I ain't gonna say I thought, because honestly it was a creation of something. I'm not gonna discredit it, because it was something, and it's another form of practice for me. But it wasn't exactly what I wanted and needed. it wasn't exactly what I needed, because what I need is what I want. So yeah, it just opened me up to see more things as what it is, and accepting my vision more. Because for a moment I thought that I had to be poly, and this is all in me. It's just me, my conditioning of myself. I was forcing myself to be poly because I'm like, if you can't be monogamous because you have ascended past monogamy, so you have to be poly. That's that toxic spirituality. I've noticed that, and I feel like that's some 8th house shit, because I be really getting on my ass and forcing myself to do things that don't make sense for real, because this is my life. So how am I telling me how to live my life, and I know that ain't how I want to live my life? Like, that's delulu. So I have to check myself with grace, with love and honor, and ask myself, why do I feel like I have to do that? So I'll just sit with myself, shadow work, which is really good to do outside or under the moon. Nature is your best friend. Get up out of them boxes, because I'm in a box right now, but I be having to go outside. I'm actually going to a vending market today, and I'm recording this video before I go. So so I was trying to punish myself and force myself to be poly, even though a lot of things didn't resonate with me. I had these gut feelings that's like, ugh, I don't really fuck with that. I don't really fuck with that. I don't really fuck with that. And now it's getting to the point where I am honoring those gut feelings more, like being able to wrap more love around it instead of fear, intensity. I'm intense, but I want to be a relaxed tense, I guess. Not even okay, so what is it? Would it be chill? A calm storm. Feeling through the waves, where even if they intense, you intensify with it. Like, it's not fucking you up. So I'm really, grace is it's a steady journey. To have grace with yourself all times, always, it's a journey. It's a challenge. I mean, you have a lot of different beings around you too, who are on different paths and timelines, figuring out shit the best they can at their level. So everybody is doing things at their own rate and pace. So you get reminded a lot through the different reflections that we have in each other, especially your relationships. Relationships make you conscious. I still feel that way. I just know now that I am more monogamous leaning. I thought that I needed to have all these different partners to satisfy certain needs within me as well. I got a lot of needs met within my platonic relationships. I don't need to have sex with everybody. This is my preference though. I don't want to mix my energy, because DNA is intense. I'm hypersensitive already, and I am very slow moving. Poly is a little too fast for me. I don't have the capacity to be loving up on all these people, because everybody ain't gonna get that same love my man get. I gotta give myself love too, and I require a lot of it. So I don't have the space to be loving all these people to the same capacity as I would love my man, because I'm going all out baby with my man, okay? And he gonna go all out on me and his family. This is us to the T, doing our own thing, freely, honorably, sacred union, holy matrimony, because that's how I see it. And this is my world. You just living in it. So I'm realizing that other people's visions don't have to be my visions, and if they don't align in that way, then I can navigate another way, and that's okay. And that's literally what happened now, after with me realizing with this man that is poly, that I was open to exploring, and I did. I was open, I was willing, and it showed me a lot. It was all the practice, but now I know exactly what I need. I want my man, okay? And I realized too how I held back in a relationship. I give. I'm such a giver. And I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm abundantly giving in many ways. Always. No ways. So, you feel it. And I am very passionate. So you will feel it, but I also held back. In hindsight, I know I held back because he wasn't my man. I need my man. When I know you my man and I'm your woman, it hit different. And I realized that I don't like a lot of cooks in the kitchen. Like, if my man is catering to me, I don't want to be like, oh, well, he tell me, okay, I got to go ahead to my other wife to take care of her. I'll be back for you in a minute, okay? I don't want that. I want my man to choose me, and I choose him all the time, and we do this life thing together. You don't want to go anywhere else. I mean, you will and you can, because you are a powerful, independent man that runs his life, and he has a legacy that he sustains. But at the same time, you do it out of because I respect you and your independent individuality. But at the same time, you choose us. So you may go somewhere, but you're going to come back home because you love us. And then, no, we're not saying that, others don't love, but I'm saying my capacity to love. I want you to choose to be there, and I want to choose you to be there. I want to do this life together. I want to set the foundation. Our land, we build on our own spaces. This is for our next generation. Like, you trust me, I trust you. We see each other's visions through. We meditate, we pray together. I'm very holy and sacred, and I'm very slow moving. My man gets it done, but also knows how to allow me and grant me the space that I need. Our space is sacred and holy and connected, and we come first. I don't want to share my man with nobody, and I'm okay with that. First, I thought that was some, I'm supposed to be, you can't be spiritual and be saying that. Nah, boo-boo. As much as I'm detached, I am attached to certain degrees, because this is my life, and I like to feel it deep. So I'm going to attach to you. I mean, I'm connected to you. Everybody ain't gonna get that energy, but my man gonna get that energy. Like, it's my world, and he's going to feel similar ways in his own divine way, and I'm going to honor that. Like, my man gonna come up, I'm sit on I like to sit on my man's lap. I like to just touch my man's face, just give him kisses and honor. Like, I love you. Like, damn, you really here showing space? You sharing space with me? With Tree? With our daughter? Because it's gonna be your daughter too because you me. And we really fuck with each other. It's not nothing that we force. This is a natural occurrence, and we both know. We gonna look at each other's in the eyes, and we gonna see, like, yep, that's Bae right there. You come before anybody else. Well, you come before anybody else. Okay, babe. Okay, babe. Okay. When people come up and invite us places, they already know they invited us. It's a us thing, baby. You see him, you see me, you see me, you see him. Even when we in our solitary, we up. And I've had that even with my wife, so I know that's possible. Practice. It takes practice. Like, we'll have our moments where we won't even talk, but it was cool. It wasn't no, oh, I'm tense, or I'm nervous, or I'm wondering what they thinking and stuff. Like, no, this is natural. We just living our lives together. At this point, we merging. I'm gonna merge with my man. Okay. I wanna merge with my man. And with that comes so much responsibility. And I'm okay with that because I'm choosing that. I can't choose everybody else, but I can choose that. And I'm willing to do everything it takes to maintain, sustain, and proclaim that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I had woke up out of my sleep over here thinking about my man and how things are going to go. Because, like, my man got some land already, or he about to get it. I'm feeling it. And I'm just like, this man is coming really soon. Like, I'm like, I'm about to, I resigned from my job. It's my last year working a job, a job, just over broke. I ain't doing it no more. So I got a feeling around that time when I don't work there no more, that's when my husband is going to appear. My man, my husband. My husband is still going to be my man. My man is still my husband, okay? I just really like to say my man, you know. That's just the jazz in me. Yeah, so like yeah, I'm very intimate and I'm very slow moving. So I need someone to really attune to my frequency. I really love when someone is very aware of me. I won't say when my man is very aware of me. My friends too, because that's why I'm like, my platonic relationships, they're so deep. They're like, I guess, romantic relationships. I just don't have sex with them, but they are deep and they're still valid. Like, I love my platonic bonds. Like, I love them, you know? So I have everything I need in my other partners, my other friends, life partners, but we're not together in that way. But we doing life together to whatever capacity that we're choosing to do life together. And I honor that. I respect that. And I'm very multidimensional. I have so many different women inside of me, even men. Like, I have different variations of me all inside of me. So I want my man to go on with it, you know. Connect with all them. Connect with all them, because I want to connect with all them inside of him, because I know he has multiple layers. He's multidimensional too. Like, I want to get to know these layers. I want to have our children's feel our love. That's how deep it is, because we was tuned in. Like, this embedded in your DNA, baby. And I find myself only being able to do that if I have one partner, one person as well. Look, hear me out. Well, hear me out, because I'm sharing you how I'm feeling. But I had this other vision, because I'm still always seeing possibilities for myself and what works best for me. As much as I love men, I also have this attraction to women. In relationships in the past, I used to try to cut off that attraction to the opposite sex based on who I'm with, but it always comes up. It reoccurs. So instead of cutting that off, I want to grant myself a life where I can remedy that in a way that is accepted and honored from the people around. And my husband, my man. So the only woman that I think of right now that I would love to enjoy that with is this woman that I've known maybe, like, I think it was like 2020. I'm not going to reveal any names, but she was a woman, like a woman that I felt so connected to. I felt so safe with. I felt so raw with. I felt so poetic with. She brought out parts of me that I really love to see and feel. I felt very confident with her. Even in my vulnerability. Like, it's this way that she made me feel, and I know I made her feel. as well, because every time we embrace, it was a very sacred space. So that's the kind of woman that I would have as my wife, and my only wife. I don't want a bunch of wives. I'm cool with one wife. And I actually want her to have a husband. I want her to have her own man. Like, have your man, girl. That's just your man. And my man is my man. And you, my wife. Like, I don't even want my wife to engage with my man. And I don't want to engage with my wife's man. Like, I want to respect that boundary. And I just want to satisfy my urgency for a female partner in a way that feels sacred for me. Like, even when it comes to, I seen a vision of me and her honoring our love, having a love ceremony, and our husbands is there and walking us to each other. And they so in love, like, look at our wives, they beautiful, and like our love is so pure. So it's like they're not trying to taint it at all, and they respect it, they honor it, they protect it, like they love us. Like, my husband view my wife as like a sister, and then her husband view me like a sister. Like, we have our own little dynamic in the way that works for us. And we ain't gotta live together either. She can live with her husband, I live with my husband, but we make time for each other. You know, like, I could see me and her going on little trips out the country. We all going. My husband just, he's going to be so inner over and understanding of me, my mind, body, and spirit. Like, he's going to attune to the frequencies in me that only my man gonna see. And I know that's possible because my wife, even with her, me and her were starting to tune into frequencies that everybody don't see and stuff. I like that. I like that awareness. And then that comfort of, your person. Like, you have your person here. And you are your person's person that's here. And I just love that. That's for me. That's the type of dynamic I want. I've realized with poly, it's just it's considering too much for me. I don't want to have to ask permission to live my life, and that's what poly was starting to feel like for me, because the man, well, he had his own vision, which everybody has their own vision for how they want to live their life. So, like, his vision was respected, but his vision, me embarking on this journey with him to that way in a romantic way, was impeding in my vision. So that's when I realized that, oh, okay, it's not gonna work. But it's okay though, it's not gonna work. I had to figure that out. I had to go through it. So I was going with the flow. The irony. I was going with the flow, and then I had to go another way. But we still just flowing though. So it's cool. It's really cool, and I love how change is accepted more peacefully and organically. As it wasn't no fight or nothing like that. I did get a little intense at one point, but that's just because I misconstrued some some messages. But overall, like, I don't see, the thing with me, people can tell me the truth, because the truth is ever evolving and ever changing. And I don't like when people get mad at me for telling the truth. So I don't try to get mad at other people for telling the truth. So if you change your mind about something and you don't want to do it no more, tell me the truth. I'm not finna be playing with you. And I don't like playing, especially when it comes to emotions. I like it to be in the forefront. It's crazy though, because I had started writing letters. I was writing a letter to him to express how I felt, because things were changing so quickly, it felt like. And I was processing it all, but I never sent him no letter. I wrote one, and then I got rid of that one because I didn't want to send that letter no more. Then I wrote another one, which was shorter, And then I ain't even send that one because I didn't want to send that no more. And then I was gonna write a 1-page letter because I finally got to 1 page, and I'm like, okay, this is simple enough, and we can talk more about it, when the time comes if we want to talk about it. But that never happened. I just got triggered one day because he sent me something, and I was like, yeah, that's my last motherfucking straw. I don't want to deal with nobody relationship. But that's me just having these expectations of someone, and me being, I was confused, like, because for me, when poly, it seems, for me, it feels like I can't really be exactly who I want to be in the relationship because there's so much going on. That person is tending to other people, and it's other energies. There's so many mixtures of energy. So everybody feels their way. And I like peace, and I like to be ducked off. So, like, but also I'm still very open and spontaneous. But, like, it's just, remember I said I didn't really fully open up all the way. I gave love deep, but I didn't give it as deep as I could. But that's because, I mean, he wasn't my man. Even with that, like, it was just so many hangups. Like, I want children. I see myself having more children, like, sooner than later. And he doesn't really want children. And he wants all his partners to figure out the best route for that. Not me. I'm not finna ask a whole bunch of other women, I want to get pregnant, so how we gonna make this happen? Nope. My man wants to get me pregnant, and I want to be pregnant by my man, and we gonna be there and do the damn thing, and we not asking nobody else's permission. When we feel it, and it's gonna be done. I don't want to hold off on my feelings because I had to consider other people's feelings, and I'm too dominant for that. I'm too dominant. I want my own life. And my own life is where my husband trusts my vision and allows me to execute it, while also allowing him to execute. To me, I feel like a relationship is not with some one person leading the other. Both are leading. And we take our roles and move it around in a way that it could and should because it works best for us. We play our roles. We do it well. We get better at it. We love it. We enjoy it. We embrace it to multiple capacities because we choose to and we have the capacity to do it. That's the type of relationship I want. And again, we're not getting stuck on titles. Monogamy is just more so a focus. Mono, let's just focus on mono. Mono means one. Okay, I want to eat one thing at a time so I can better help my digestion. Just want to get myself together, get myself together with this person, merge and sync with this person. And I'm okay with that. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm so cool with that. And then, like, the idea with even my wife, I want to take my time. I'm gonna get to know my man. I feel like my man coming before my wife, but I feel like my wife is already out there as well. Well, I know she is because I see that too. But my man is definitely coming first, and we setting our foundation. And you know, everything is coming together beautifully, beautifully. So yeah. So, like, yeah, I've just been noticing things with, just poly and monogamy and just different variations of relationships and what actually works for me and what doesn't work for me. Um, I'm not an axe type of person. And even when it comes to like posting, if I were to post my man or if I were to do certain things, like, I want a relationship with someone where we trust each other so much. Whatever we do, we assume that it's out of pure love, completely pure love, and we get excited about that. We get inspired by that. So it allows us to do things in love more and more for one another. So whatever we do, we post. My man see that because I don't want us to be on social media like that, but we do run successful businesses or passions. We are the prophecy. It's not about the profit, but we make profits because we are the prophecy. But it ain't just about that. And then eventually the goal is to just be self sustainable overall, where you don't need to really overconsume because you have all your resources and the things you need right in front of you. That's the end goal. But as we get to the end goal, we stealth our way through. We stealth our way through. So all this practice, y'all, all this practice. And then I thought that I wanted two men. Yeah, I don't really I don't really like having sex with multiple men. I really don't. It's never really, even when I was younger, because I used to be wild, I used to explore and experiment and stuff like that. Not saying it's not possible, because I know anything is possible if you will it to be. So if you claim that possibility, then, you could, do what you do. But for me, I didn't really claim that possibility. I did at one point, but not really. But I've never really liked having sex with multiple men at a time because it's very intense for me. And that's a lot of DNA. And then I'm not a type of person who really prefers rubber material inside of my vagina going in and out. It usually irritates me extremely, very irritating. So I like very safe and vulnerable spaces, especially if I'm sharing my body, my whole body, and you're putting your penis inside of me. I want to know who you are, what you doing on a daily, what you eating, what you touching on, how you living. I'm not quick to just fuck somebody, basically, at this point anymore. I'm very disciplined sexually. I am very sexual as well, but I don't jeopardize myself, respect or my morality for sex. I don't do that. That's not something I do. Even if things were done in the past, I give OD to the past self, but we don't do that here in the present self anymore. So I don't want my man doing that. I don't want my man fucking on every and anything. And especially if he ain't got time to nurture and groom all these bonds in on out. That's a lot. That's a lot of work. And me in hindsight now, if I was a man, the most I'd probably do is two wives. I can't, But even then, I probably just want one. Let me just get one. And I'll be faithful to that woman. I'll do everything for that woman. Woman, I got you, boo. You gonna be you a special one too. You special. You special. That's all I need. That's all I need. I don't really like to share all that. And then like I can feel the differences inside my body. I know when DNA meshes well or it's just clashing, like even when you have a baby, we're like, y'all DNA, I still got my baby father's DNA in me. I had a whole child with this man. I feel this nigga. That's why I don't like fucking people like that. No, I stick to my man. My man. Because we gonna merge. And we gonna mate. And that's it. Nobody else is getting in between that. Ain't nobody else mating. We cool over here. And me and him both feel that way. Like, this ain't something like I'm forcing this man to live his life with me. He's choosing it. That's the difference. Like, it's one thing to mutually consent to something. It's another thing to be forcing your agenda onto someone and you see clearly they ain't with it. Like, no, I want somebody who actually want what I want. I'm not finna force no poly man to be the way I want to be. No, that man can have his vision. Anybody, I respect that. I respect that enough to know that I respect mine. So I got to do what's best for mine. So I'm gonna respect that. So that just cleared up a lot for me, to know that I can give myself grace to change my mind and not force myself to be in something because I feel like, oh, okay, be bullying myself, you know. Sometimes I can be a Taurus bully. That's my Taurus rising coming into me. Sometimes I be coming in trying to bully myself. But I remind myself and I bring myself back center and I let myself know that this is my life and I'm able to live it the way that I choose to live it. And I don't have to feel bad for anybody else's way that they're living their life. Everybody has the life that they want to live. It's up to you. Nobody else. It's up to you. So I've been really accepting, you know, a lot more within myself and coming to peace and terms with the difference in realities that we all live. And that's okay. I am so okay with that. I'm grateful that I know exactly what I want now. Like, I'm not afraid to be committed to one man for the rest of my life. That don't even sound like a death sentence. Like, nigga, we didn't live here that long. I'm okay with dedicating this lifetime to one person. Two if you count my wife. But they still the same to me. It's just I love man and I love woman. And they both play a dominant role in my reality. I love that connection that I have with a woman that reminds and reflects deep. She's basically like me, but like her. And we all know how it is to have a relationship with a woman. We love it. And we know how it is to have a relationship with a man. We love it. So I just want both. And I am entitled to both because this is my life. And I want it to work out the way that, you know, feels great for all of us. And it happens in that way. So it's going to align in that way because I see it. So the right people going to just come my path. I'm going to cross their path. And we're going to be like, hey, aren't you the man of my dreams? Aren't you the woman of my dreams? Hey, we here. And it just happens like that. It just happens straight like that. So, those are some realizations I've been having, y'all. Like, so wild, so crazy, so divine, and so focused. I am ready to quit my job. May is my last month. So I'm just getting over some fears, you know. It's still some things in the undertones. I'm gonna be real honest with myself, doing the shadow work and allowing myself the space to live more free and live for me, location free. Like, I can do what I want with my time. That's the main thing for me. Like, I do not like clocking in that job. I mean, I gotta wake up super early just to go to work to get paid nickels and dimes just to pay bills. I'm not doing that. I'm finna live my life, and living my life is gonna pay the bills until they don't have to, because I'm living sustainable and I don't have to pay bills because I created this myself. Me and my family built our civilization. I won't even call it a civilization. We created our sacred spaces, our sacred oasis. Sacred oasis. I like that. I like that. And that's what I'm sticking to. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Ain't that what Sister Mama said? I ain't playing with y'all. This is my world. You just living in it. This goes for you too. Anybody reading or watching this? This goes for you too. It's for all of us. So, yeah, y'all, I want my own man. I need my own man. And my man loves me. Like 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 2. So I guess I'm done talking to y'all right now because I feel like I said enough. And I'm about to get ready to finish cooking this food so I can have the dinner prepared later and get ready to head out soon. It's 9 something. I had a child-free night. Had the bed to myself. You know, that hit different sometimes. I had some time to do some things. I'm really preparing some stuff for my daughter because we gonna have our homeschooling thing together. We got a little something going. Don't mind that. We getting it together. We get it together. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Cook, prepare, and head out to this vitamin event. I look forward to it. I made some really nice pieces. These aren't something I made, but I actually need to get some more pieces like these. I don't know. Can somebody tell me what would I type in for pieces like this, or like what would this be called? Cause I really love this piece, and I want to start making bigger pieces that have pieces like this, like bronze, bulky. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out, y'all. Let me know. These were actually my grandmother's earrings, and I love them, and I had them for a long time. You can imagine how old these earrings are, and they feel like, very ancient. I consider myself an indigenous jeweler. Share some videos or pictures of some jewelry that I have created. I made some last night, and it was really nice. I really actually like making jewelry, so I'm gonna make some more. I'm gonna vend a bit more and get into my vibe and elements. I'm excited. Yeah. So yeah. Until next time, y'all, always remember this is your world. Everybody else just living in it. So enjoy your world. Enjoy your life. You can take your time. You can play it sweet. You can play it nice. You can play it hard. You can play it rough. Whatever you want to do. As long as you're not fucking nobody else up. That's the main thing. So enjoy. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.